Welcome everyone to Everyday Passions. It's a show where my guests share their passion, one thing that they're passionate about, and how they've used this particular passion to impact or influence the lives of others, particularly their clients. My special guest today is Cyndee Wilson. Welcome, Cyndee.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here, Yvonne.
Wonderful. And I am so happy to have you too, because I enjoyed our last conversation and I know we will do that today again.
Oh, we're going to have a blast.
So before I tell you a little bit about Cyndee, which is not very much because I'm going to let her do the talking, I just want to share a little bit about what I do. I am the client relations specialist, and what I do is that I work with decision makers, leaders, small business owners to create profitable client relationships and streamline their customer service so that they're able to nurture the relationships with the clients they have, the clients or customers they have, instead of constantly chasing new clients. And I have my passion business, the Passion Ladies, who are the women 50 and wiser, who I help them to take their passion and make it into a profit. So Cyndee, it's all over to you now. Cyndee understands the intricacies of many businesses and the challenges to communicate clearly what they do. And so she's passionate about being a great marketing partner and a resource for her clients to help them grow. But before I allow you to, I'll ask you the first question, Cyndee. I omitted to welcome my guests, our guests. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here live. And if you're catching us in the middle of the recording at some point, my guest is Cyndee Wilson. All right, Cyndee. So tell me, you're passionate about helping your clients, being a great marketing partner, being a great resource for them. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Well, what's important to me is that my clients understand that their marketing messages need to connect with their audience. So what am I really passionate about? I'm a marketing graphic designer. How can you not be passionate about seeing beautiful color and putting together incredible wording that just matches with that imagery and matches their messaging? So yes, that's the primary of what I do and that I'm very passionate about. However, my biggest passion actually is to help them grow and help their business grow. So with those two things in mind, I really enjoy taking my expertise from the knowledge and the live experience that I've had to become the guide to help them become the hero and overcome any challenge that they're seeing at the moment. So I hope that kind of resonates and makes sense to most people. I mean, we hear a lot about experts and gurus and, all of that, but, my thing is, I love to listen. I mean, God gave us ears for a reason. We need to listen, and we need to listen intently, and we need to really get a grasp on what that challenge is. Then we can, as I said, use our expertise to become the guide to, and in fact, make them the hero that they overcame the challenge. And watch.
Excuse me. Very well said. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that you're positioning yourself as a guide, because so many small business owners, they start out and they really don't know where to start. They have a vision, but they're not sure how to get to that vision. And for many of them, would you say, Cyndee, that some of those small business owners who come to you, they actually had an offline business and they want to expand that and include an online business? Is that what happens sometimes?
Sometimes. And luckily, I mean, I was a brick and mortar offline business owner, so I understand that transition, so I can help them go not only from brick and mortar, if they're still brick and mortar, and include correctly that online digital presence.
Mhm.
But if they wound up closing their business, finding pretty much fun, interesting ways to get them up online and get the trustability and the credibility and the authenticity together so that they can build a successful online business as well. I mean, we know in the past year with the COVID, I mean, so many things have happened. So yes, there are times that we really, as the guide, and understand the marketing messages and the online presence and all of that, we need to help those people that want to continue online. So yeah, and it's been really funny because I have a couple that had brick and mortar stores, retail stores, and now they've switched over to online platforms. And that's been an interesting transition for them because, again, it's not physical stuff that they're dealing with. And sometimes they get stuck in that physical brick and mortar mentality where once they understand that they can really just blossom online and just go even further, because don't forget, now you can market internationally if you want. In your brick and mortar, you're local. So to see that light bulb turn on and realize that they're empowered with more powerful messaging and potential. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's just an amazing thing to experience on my end because for me, I never take the credit for what they accomplish. It's up to them to implement what I'm helping them with. So once they implement and they become successful, it's like victory dance personified for me, for them. So yeah, it's just, I love what I do. How can you not, really? How can you not? How can you not, love the fact that you have an opportunity to really impact another person and help them grow? How can you not find joy in that? I don't know.
All right, and I can see that it clearly shows on your face. You know, you actually glow, you light up when you really see yourself as the guide. And it can be a pretty, I wouldn't say traumatic, but it can be a major transition for brick and mortar business owners to come online because suddenly it's like entering a new world. Even though they may have been in business for many, many years, there's so many things, and I experience this myself, so I speak from experience, and for people that I've worked with, it's like entering a different world. The language is different. So it's wonderful that, when someone like yourself, you're the guide, as you said, and the guide that helps them to become the hero of their own business.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cyndee, was there a particular event? And I want to pause and thank Sharon for being here. Sharon Campbell, thank you so much for being here with us live. And to get back to my question, Cyndee, was there a particular event that created this awareness or triggered this discovery that you really wanted to work with business owners? Because I'm sure you didn't start out doing this only. So
No.
tell us about that.
Well, I was in the hotel industry for over 25 years. And one of the things that I always did for my clients was, of course, I'm selling corporate accounts or I'm selling meeting space or whatever. But if they happen to mention something else they're finding a challenge with, and I'm part of, let's say, Empire Business Network, which was fantastic at that point. And I knew of a soul that could help them overcome that challenge. It was a definite, I'm going to step outside of my little hotel box and I'm going to help you in this data center, box, which was amazing because every time that I went above and beyond to help my clients that I'm booking business with, it really helped establish that credibility, that trustability, and it also helped establish more of a referral network for the hotel business, for my portion of my budget that I was responsible for. So I had been doing that for years. I worked with a lot of troubled hotels and helped to turn them around. And so there was one day that my husband said to me, honey, you're really helping everybody else. I mean, you're not selling just hotel rooms and meeting space. Why aren't you doing this why aren't you doing this on your own to help clients on your own? And I'm like, well, I'm in the hotel industry. He's like, well, you're going outside of the hotel industry because you're going beyond constantly. So he's the one, it took him a little while to convince him, but then that's when I launched out on my own. So to this day, if my client is experiencing a technical problem with their computer, or they need to source out something that would help them achieve what they needed to do at that point in time, I still do that. Because again, as much as I love having them as a client and I love doing the graphic design, it's that me helping other people grow and become the hero. Those little entities come into play, even if it's in different areas. And I try to help them as much as possible. And again, it helps them understand that they can depend on me and they can trust me. And it also helps build that customer relationship. Most of my customers today are lifetime customers. I have quite a few that are almost 20-year-old customers. So that speaks volumes. So it still tells me for my clients, I'm still going above and beyond. I'm still doing amazing work, which we don't really get into the design on this part, but my goal for that is I want them to come back to me when they see the design saying, how am I supposed to choose? Basically. So I'm still hitting the ticks there. Anything that they need, I'm right there to help them. And, I've been literally called, the pixie in their pocket, so to speak. So if they run into something, they know that they can call me and really, really get a solution to the challenge that they're faced with. I love that.
Yes, I can see that. And I can see your clients loving that. And this is why you have longevity. You have clients who your retention is pretty high, because you mentioned that in addition to being a guide for them, you said you go above and beyond. And that is one of the things that help to prolong the relationship with our clients, being willing to go the extra mile, because as you said, it builds credibility. It also builds trust. And if your clients find that they can trust you, they know, like, and trust you, and they're willing to refer other people to you as a result. So even if it will cost you time, you are getting it back in more than one way. First of all, you are seeing them succeed, and that brings you joy, right?
Correct. And then on top of it, 100% of my business is all referral. It's all referral. And that's what we strive for, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So once you understand that you really need to listen, really absorb what they're saying, what the challenge is, and really come through with strong solutions to help them overcome that, and be that partner constantly, the referral business is endless. And it's wonderful because, again, the people that are referred to me, and I love it when they go back to my client and say, oh my God, I just spoke to Cyndee. She was amazing. Yes, I strive for that.
Good, because now you're validating the trust that those clients had in you to refer other people to you. So that is awesome.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's music to my ears for someone who focuses a lot on building the relationship with your clients and customers. So that really resonates with me too, Cyndee. Mm-hmm. So you have already spoken about this, that how you impact their lives, because you really do. Is there if you had to give advice to anyone, you mentioned a moment ago, really listen. what else would you attribute your success to so that you're able to keep these clients? Yes, you go the extra mile. Yes, you listen. What else would you share with our
Whatever
audience?
you're promising to deliver, right? So like if I get a design and I have a deadline, or if I have a design that's been sent to me and they say, I should have given you this 3 weeks ago, and I get it to them within 24 hours. I mean, that's
Deliverability. I know what you mean.
Sometimes those letters just get
I know. It's okay.
So anyway, as long as you can deliver on time, deliver promptly, deliver confidently, and make sure that you hit every tick in that deliverable, that's key. Because again, many people can say anything. You have to prove it in your actions. Talk the talk, walk the walk. Mm-hmm. You have to prove it. If you can't prove that you can deliver on time and be their source, and make sure that you've got that strength behind you, it's not going to work. And I can tell you, if there's a situation, like if there's a situation that I run into and I know that I'm going to be delayed on I let my client know, because nobody in this world can beat me up any more than myself. My clients are important. My clients are amazing. My clients are my priority, and I treat them that way. And every day I get to interact with one of my clients. Not only is it profitable for me, obviously, but it's a blessing every single day when I get to talk to them. I love that.
That is beautiful. One of the things you said, which you didn't use these exact words, but that's what you implied, the importance of over-delivering. And it's better to under-promise and over-deliver, because the thing about human nature is that if you promise to have something on Monday, and as you said, you didn't let them know beforehand that there's a delay and Monday comes, it doesn't matter how much they love you, but it has affected a little bit of their trust.
Correct.
On the other hand, when you tell them you'll have it to them by Tuesday and you deliver it on Monday, that makes a huge difference, because you're the hero in their eyes. You delivered it before you promised.
Right.
So that is something that it's good to keep in mind. Everyone most of us, well, not most, but if we're in the service business, mm-hmm. Two things. It's important if you find, even as a coach, I share this with my clients who are in accountability, that if you find that you are not going to be able to do the thing that you promised to do, you committed to do, let me know in advance. And anyone you're accountable, let them know in advance that you can't do it. Don't wait until the moment and then you don't show up because you feel bad or you don't communicate. So Cyndee, I really applaud you. And recently I had that experience when I was talking with a business owner, in fact, a company, and they admitted that one of their problems was that they don't communicate enough with their clients. So if something is promised, yes, if something is promised for a certain time, and what's been happening since COVID, things are showing up, late, and you're not getting them, and so forth. They don't let them know ahead. So that is one thing, if nothing else, you want to keep in mind. It's important to communicate regularly with your clients. And if you cannot keep your word on something, let them know ahead.
Right. The other thing that I have to stress too, no matter who's in business, no matter what service, your day, you can plan out your day. It's never going to go exactly the way you plan it. I can give you an idea. I've got a really heavy project that I'm working on that involves Christmas, which is so much fun. But I had another client that needed to have ad copy out by 4 o'clock. She called me. She's like, I should have come. That's fine. We'll get it done. Her deliverable, I made sure she had at 3 o'clock because she had to get it to the paper by 4 o'clock. So we have to be adaptable, and we're kind of like chameleons, are we not? We have to really be able to adjust to whatever is happening within our business. I mean, there are things we can definitely control, but if you really are there to help your client become the hero, you have to adjust at times.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing, really great information, timely information too, because it's practical. It's something you do every single day and something that all of us as business owners need to be reminded of, because we may have very good intentions. As you said, we have to be flexible. We have to be willing to take a detour sometimes in order to achieve the goal, whatever it may be for ourselves and for our clients. So thank you so much for sharing all of those practical tips, Cyndee. I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Thank you for letting me use my voice.
Oh, yes, and you used it well. So Cyndee, how may we get in contact with you? If anyone wants to reach out to you, how can they do so?
Well, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn. They can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, Pinterest. The best way to reach out to me, though, is my website, which is CR Graphics. And I need to spell that because it's CR and then graphics ending in an X.com. That's really the best way to get a hold of me, because if you send me a message, I get it immediately.
Okay.
And my phone number is on my website as well, so they can schedule an appointment. There's so many things that they can do very easily on the website.
Okay, and I'll repeat that URL. It's C as in Charlie or Cyndee, R, G-R-A,
P-H-I-X.
P-H-I-X, graphics with an X.com, G-R-A-P-H-I-X.com. I have to repeat that because I want to make sure if anybody wants to reach out to you that they can do so easily. So Cyndee, thank you so much for being here today.
You so much. I so enjoyed this. I was so excited for this. I cannot tell you, it's been an incredible journey with you on this whole process. And I have to say, there were some things in our earlier call, that you had said to me about becoming a little bit more brave doing video. I can tell you I've been practicing. So thank you for that inspiration. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. I didn't even remember that. So thank you for taking action. I love action takers. So thank you, Cyndee, for being here again. And thanks for taking action on my tip, which I didn't even remember. So I look forward to talking with you again soon. Thank you.
Have an incredible day. Everybody watching, I hope you have an incredible, successful day. And I look forward to speaking to you again in the future sometime.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As you watch live, and if you're watching the replay, please go ahead and type #replay so we know that you listen to it afterwards. Have a wonderful rest of your day.